Alright dude, check this out. They added some brand new emotes using the red treasure items from Rift Traversal. So if you go in your character's emote section, you'll see this new 4th tab over here. And this is for your Rift Traversal Extreme Treasure Collections Inspections. If you get a red item, you can have it appraised at the Rift Dealer in camp. If he determines that your find is authentic, it can be found in the Collection Codex under Authentic. You must find an authentic treasure item to unlock its corresponding emote, and some of these are pretty basic, with the hero just whipping it out and showing it off, but some of them, like this Sirius Horn, actually use the relic in the emote. Does Rift Traversal have solos yet? No? That's kinda crazy. They have fleshed it out a bit further with its own weekly quests, a tab that shows all your current contracts with the camp NPCs, and treasure rewards for reaching certain ranks, which will be given out at the end of the season. They've also added this treasure room where you can display your extreme rarity discoveries and invite up to 29 other friends to hang out and admire your beautiful relics. So as you collect red treasures and get them appraised, you'll see a specific treasure value randomly selected from the item's treasure point range. All your items from a particular season will add their treasure values to your treasure value total, and rewards are granted for certain treasure value total milestones. The first reward is 3 chests from a treasure choice gift. Next is a very rare red treasure used in armor crafting. Once you reach 80,000 total treasure value, you unlock this sick emote with a dude absolutely quaking in fear of this awesome crab. I kinda love this one, and this might be enough on its own to get me to grind some Rift Traversal. I don't know, we'll see. And the last 2 rewards are exclusive to Inner One. They are a background and a base, and they look like this. They've also been adding the existing weapons into Rift Traversal with new, unique abilities that they sometimes create specifically for this mode, and we just received the nunchucks and the flying knives in Rift Traversal with this last update. Not only that, they've added a new item type called Amulets. Amulets can be found in the loadout screen above the hook type, and there are a few different kinds, but it seems like these amulets aim to give some unexpected diversity to PvP fights, as well as just increasing the efficiency of skill usage in general. The purple ones are universal and give things like skill cooldown, ultimate activation gives damage or damage reduction, skill and ultimate damage and rage gain increased, and so on. These gold ones are for specific characters, like this one for Viper that alters her ultimate ability, allowing her to fire Moonbane's eye forward or towards an ally. Crazy stuff. Completing your season contract quests now gives you these honorable tokens, which are accumulated to unlock passive bonuses and periodically reward you with bonus loot crates and supplies. Alright, with this update, they've changed the map. We're no longer on Windswept Holoroth, and now we're on the Aquila's Pass, which has seen some noticeable changes to the Plume Castle area in the middle of the map, as well as some other changes around the island. The most noticeable map change, however, is probably the Imperial Village section that just got added to the north of the map. This also comes with the recent showdown bosses Huanwei and the Astral Deer Sorcerer. The original objective of Push the Goldenrock has been replaced by a chariot escort, which seems to function in the same way as the original Push the Goldenrock, maybe just a little more thematically fitting for the season. Oh, and if you stand in front of the cart just right, it'll push you along on its own. With this crazy AFK money glitch, you can easily watch half a video on TikTok mid-game and still push that chariot. A couple of new quest types were added, and they're pretty interesting mini events that can add a little extra variety to your list of Rift Traversal activities. There are also some new mechanics in Rift Traversal. There's an underground chamber that you can access a few different ways, most notably by killing the throne room boss.
To retrieve something that does not belong to Holoroth.
The forces of Camus descend, and Holoroth has all but fallen. This is our last chance, granted by the Aquila, and you—
Your Highness, if you obsess over the power of the gods instead of seeing reason, then—
But it can also be reached by buying open one of the doors. This opens an area that you can explore in search of offerings for the Holy Blaze Tree. You get the offerings by solving flame puzzles. Look for one of the chambers containing a circle of braziers. Strike a brazier to extinguish its flame. If it stays extinguished, it's one of the correct 3 braziers that must be snuffed out. If all braziers relight, then the last brazier you struck was incorrect. Extinguish the correct 3 braziers in a row, and you'll be given one of the 2 offerings to give to the tree. The first offering gives you a purple Drunken Fire Crate with the Aquila's Might buff, which empowers the wielder's grappling hook or mole hook, changing vertical grapple strikes into what's called Eagle Glide. It's kind of like when you use a soaring arm on Predoria. All allies within range of the teammate that picked up the buff benefit from an increased attack bonus, and enemies within 100 meters of the Chosen One will be periodically revealed. Once you give the tree the second offering, you get a gold Drunken Fire Crate which also has Aquila's Might, and the exit portal becomes available after a set amount of time. There's a ton of loot in this underground chamber, so it may be worthwhile to just chill down here and wait for your easy extraction. High above Plume Castle lies Thunder Isle, and I'm not sure if there's an official easy entrance to this area, but it can be reached the hard way, by climbing up the rocks one by one. Up here, we can find the Sacred Flame Altar. If you have the extreme relic Crown of Holoroth, you can use it at this altar to summon a Manticore boss fight, but don't worry, it does not consume the relic. You just need it to access the boss. This is not the complete list of changes, and you can see all the new stuff in the patch notes on the website if you're curious. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.